Alright boys, today PvP showcase, full PvP review for the one and only World Heroes Mission Bakugo. Hope you guys are ready for it. Like and subscribe, it helps out massively. There you go. With the gameplay on screen, you're taking a look at the my first impressions, my first matches with Bakugo. Overall, I played about 20 to 30 games today. I'm going over and seeing how well Bakugo is. And I will say it now, prepare the comments, go for it. You're going to say, Gogo, you always say this, but I'm going to say it one more time. I told you Deku was good. What is it? Todoroki was broken. For Bakugo, they did very well. I will say it now, the devs made a really good Bakugo unit that is just satisfying. That is like the smoothest character in the game. Like his animations, going from combo to combo, right? Using Q into the W, into his tornado, into his basic attack, going into the air is like the smoothest thing ever. The only part that I have an issue with is when you go into the air, it feels a little clunky. Now, I will plan that out. I think I need to do more testing before I even get an answer or get like a finalized decision or verdict on that. I will say though, the smoothest character ever to be released and one of the best animations in the game. Again, the only thing I complained about was the ultimate. I still don't really care about it. The ultimate is shorter. Or I think it's shorter, or is it like the same amount? I don't care. The ultimate's fine. Screw the ultimate. The character makes up for it. A very well done character, and I want you to go check his damage in the game. For some reason, his damage is balanced and broken at the same time. I don't know how to explain it to you. You will see that Bakugo is Bakugo. He is well worth that title of the most explosive character. I don't know. And also one more thing that I really wanted to mention, I'm super happy with how they like structured his damage. He is like everywhere balanced, okay? His W does a very good amount of damage. His E also does. It's not really like leaning on one side of something. They all do decent damage in their own way. Yes, you can say the Q isn't as much, but for what it is, the range on it, everything has its own like pros and cons. It all weighs out in the end. But again, for someone that can understand how to play Bakugo, remember, on the difficulty board, he was pretty much up there. If you know how to use him, you will definitely obliterate anyone in your way. Again, working out the counters, there's a few people that I have in mind that can ruin his day. But overall, very strong character. The damage is insane, plus the combos, they can keep you away for so long. Check it out, try him out, he is very good. To be honest though, I know that people are going to start ranking this character out of the three World Heroes Mission characters, but realize that every character is good in their own thing. Bakugo is very good in multiple scenarios. He can counter majority of the characters in the game, but he does fall short of what Todoroki is. The only thing that I've encountered, and I've encountered this a lot when I was going against Todoroki's, the Todoroki freeze goes through the tornado, which again I found shocking. The fire blast goes also through the tornado. I found that shocking. Everything goes through the tornado for Todoroki. Momo's spear did not go through. All Might's, I believe All Might's tornado got canceled out by my tornado with Bakugo. So many different scenarios I went into. Shigaraki got canceled out by the tornado. So many characters did, but for some reason, Todoroki does not, okay? The W goes through perfectly and freezes Bakugo for some reason, or sometimes it didn't freeze at all and it just damaged him. Then with the E, he just depletes a lot of health, and it like knocks him out of the tornado at the very end, which is weird. Maybe it's a bug that I've experienced, but you know, Todoroki is a very good counter to Bakugo, I will say that now. But yeah, saying that now, that also depends on the player. If you have a player using Todoroki and you have someone who understands Bakugo perfectly, Bakugo can counter. I did go against a few Todoroki players that I completely stomped because I wouldn't let them get to any ice attack or any of that range. I kept the distance completely like small, kept getting into their face, and whenever they would go into an attack, I would try my best to get tornado off or the W off, or maybe if I end up into the air, that's the big win. Really, with Bakugo, I think that his entire like air attack can be very overpowered if you know how to use it. Again, when you go into the air attack, you can spam Q, that's what I've learned, where it just rains down fire. Then it goes into a special after some time, so that's how that works. But again, for some reason, you can move, so maybe it's like limited on the like movement, that's how it's gonna work. But overall, once you get into the air, you can guarantee a decent amount of damage off of the player you're going against. So right now, take all that into consideration. If you understand the playstyle for Bakugo, you can very much use that, what is that? I'll say the Uraraka move and destroy with it. Yes, you can. Now again, I want to mention this just so everyone knows this is only the first impressions. He could be way better than I'm putting him out to be, but I'm just mentioning what I've seen and what I have experienced. Todoroki does do a little bit to hurt him, but again, if your playstyle is a little bit different, maybe I haven't learned the combos perfectly. And again, as I mentioned earlier in the video, the air thing is a little bit clunky. I'm still trying to learn that properly. If anybody knows what I should do as I get into it, for some reason, like, he doesn't move, okay? Then his W is what moves him back and forth. His Q also causes them to go into the protection mode, which it doesn't do much damage in what I've seen. Spamming the combat button is the best thing I've seen, you know, from what he's done with there. Again, I'm going to learn this fully, then I will give you more of an in-depth review on that. But overall, I liked it, okay? My first impressions, he does very well. And if you were wondering about this, he nukes, literally nukes WHM Deku. I went against a bunch of them, and I will say, Bakugo can very much counter them if you know how to play it. Again, the only thing that I've seen is that Todoroki doesn't really get affected by that tornado, but for most characters, it works. Then you have that W, which is again similar to Endeavor's Lance, but it's very AoE, and if you miss it just by a little bit, it does more damage to a wider area, so you may pick up the damage on that character, and then you can go into another combo. Going from like rotating the combos for Bakugo is very clean. I will say that now. And I'm going to be honest, the amount of Bakugos that I will see following this event is going to be immense. It is really, he is a very fun character. They did well making fun characters for WHM. Deku, okay, he was great. Even just Hawks and Dabi, they're fun in their own way. They definitely, I would say the global dev team did very well. Now again, to mention one more thing, because I've mentioned this in previous videos already, if you want to summon for Bakugo, and you're on the edge of it, just keep two things in mind. First, there is a try button, so go and rent him out and try out how he does NWB. He is very good, and you'll understand that right away. If you want a fun character, this is your character. His attacks are very, very fun to chain up. He's very smooth. Somehow they went from Deku, who was like the speed, fast, in and out character, to someone who was like a tank. I will say, Todoroki was the tank. This one is just like smooth with power. I don't know. He was very well done, and he's a power character. So remember, that's also a third thing to keep into consideration. The last thing, they're not coming back soon. There's a high possibility they may never come back. Who knows what the dev team does? So just remember, this may be a one-time, two-time collab max. Who knows what's happening? So again, if you are summoning and planning out anything, just try your best to obtain them now, because we don't know if they have plans to rerun them later down the line, moving forward with the game, right? Just remember, however long it ends up to be, maybe it's a year, 2 years, never, who knows? Whenever they return, they return. So if you would like to go and summon for them now, go and do it. I did recommend originally for you to obtain all of them. If you only obtain one of the three, remember, that's fine. They all are good in their own ways. So yeah. But yes, that's all I got for you guys here today. Just wanted to go over all of that. It's been the PvP showcase for the one and only World Heroes mission. Bakugo officially now out. It will be out for NA in a few hours, so go and summon on that. Best of luck to everyone trying to pull for him, and best of luck to everyone pulling for his cards. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a fabulous one, and I'm out.